Dear people of Derry, you're watching 30 Minutes with the Jaydee Brassband. We're so sorry we're not in Derry right now. Our suitcase have not been packed. There is no jazz festival. We're happy though that the council asked us to be with you 30 minutes to give you some music and some backstage insight on where we are and how we are doing. My first guest today is Daan Bogers, the trumpet player and founder of the Jaydee Brassband. Daan, before anything. More. Yes, that's 6 feet, perfect, all good. So Daan, no gigs, everything is cancelled. How are you spending your time? Do you practice a lot on your trumpet?
I try to keep my jobs in order, but it's hard. But I try to practice as many as I can.
Can you do you practice from home? Do you have these isolated rooms with your neighbors, or how do you do that?
Well, I really cannot talk about it.
Daan, I apologize for revealing your rehearsal spot, but we were impressed. We hired some journalists to find out about it. I'm sorry. Chapeau for keeping your chops in place.
Oh.
We have been in Derry, I believe, 9 times. This was going to be the 10th visit of the Jaydee Brassband to Derry Festival, and we have a lot of memories there. What is your favorite memory?
You know, the Carlsberg and Guinness is okay, but...
Daan, memory, your favorite memory.
Oh, sorry. You mean the music? Well, I always loved it when we were giving these concerts for children. It's really cool to see how happy those children were, and it was really a satisfying thing to do. I was always looking forward to another concert at a school.
Michael, one of our trombone players, also thought it was his favorite moment to play in those schools. Let's ask him himself.
Hi, I'm Michiel, and my favorite memory to Derry was playing at Rosemont Primary School, and it was really amazing to see how enthusiastic the kids were, and I hope they are really inspired to play and listen to jazz music.
Yeah, right. Apparently, also for Michael, that was his favorite moment, playing at these primary schools that we did a couple of times. We are going to watch a clip that was recorded with a smartphone, not the best quality, on, if I remember well, Rosemont Primary School last year or the year before. That was funny. It happens a lot that there's so much spontaneity going on during the Jaydee shows. That's why it's one of my favorites about the playing. It's all these things happening and not too serious, just fun. Or as you say, good crack. So on stage, we have a repetition there too, although in Derry we don't do that much. But in Germany, there is this recording. We're going to show you an excerpt of it. It's a song called Stinky Towels, but there is a story behind it. Dan, what's the story?
Yeah, we were in, I think, Ascona at a jazz festival, and we had a lot of interaction with an American brass band, Mama Dig Down Brass Band, and we were sleeping at an hotel. Both bands were in the same hotel, and the towels in this hotel were really stinky, really stinky. I mean, really, you know, Ilko, but this is really stinky.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, and it's a typical song which is really suited to play on stage because a lot of power. It's really good that the soloists are mic'd like we do on stage, and well, let's listen to it.
In the meanwhile, please follow this, and we will watch Jaydee Brassband live from Erfurt, Germany. That was a really nice gig in Germany. I remember we had a lot of sauerkraut after that, and probably beer. It's what happens on a festival. You're there with the band, meet lots of other musicians that are also playing on the same festival, and that happens in Derry a lot. We met great musicians from all over the Ireland, but also from other places in the world. And some of them we got to know really well. We were really friendly with on a personal basis. We will listen to some of the phone calls we did with some of those musicians when we checked in with them. How are they doing, you know, in this whole Corona situation, and if they're doing well. And we made a little collage of that. You're going to watch that right now.
Thank you guys for lots of things. Number one, the fact that Derry went to the trouble quite a few years ago of inviting you over as a band, and you're a big band, you're a street band as well as, but you do a lot more than that. And for instance, my view of you is this. Number one, a jazz festival is made up of obviously all forms of musicians who are jazz orientated, but not necessarily so. But also there are people who for one reason or another may be just shopping inside in Derry, never really get a chance to pay money to go to a concert. You guys are out there on the street and you do fantastic work, but I know also that you do really incredible work for the education of music in Derry, and you go to the schools, you go to the old people's homes, you go to hospitals. I mean, people don't realise that, but you do a really fantastic job. So I'm really thrilled that you're over at the Derry Festival.
Jaydee Brassband, man, I'm sorry I'm not going to be in Derry where those guys are blown. When I go to Derry, that's the greatest thing. If I walk around and I hear that sound when I'm out in the street, I don't even bother turning up to my gig on time. I've got to listen to them because it's so exciting. I love everything they do. There's power and energy. It's a thrill. Wow. Wish it was happening. I'm sure it's going to happen again, but it's really exciting. When you get a chance to go and see them, make sure you do, because it's really, really great. Jaydee Brassband, just love them.
It's the very first time I ever saw you guys come to Derry, and I was working as a chef at the time, and I saw the top of Patrick's sousaphone on the second floor of the restaurant kind of bounce past. And I remember chasing you guys down the street, yelling for him to stop and come back. And ever since then, I saw you guys play quite a few times over that weekend. We kept in touch through that year and had a lot of great conversations. Second line was put together, and you played in our very first parade. We even commissioned a fantastic piece. And I was kind of sad this is going to be your 10th year this year, and we're going to do it next year. So I'm just going to sit there. We were going to celebrate the 10 years of you guys being there, bringing the piece back up that we had commissioned, and dedicate this year's second line to you. So next year, we're dedicating that second line to you and to having some good fun.
Basically, my first memory of the Jaydee band is just so funny. It was sunny outside. I was sitting outside Foster's Cafe having cheesecake and a cup of coffee, and I looked over to all this noise that was happening, and I looked, and there was all these boys, just like massive brass band. I'd never seen them before, and they were playing "Killing Me Softly," which seems to become the Jaydee theme tune. And they were really funny, and who I got to know them was Patrick with his tuba. But on this occasion, this big, strange, tall man with this big, massive instrument was chasing all these wee shoppers up and down the street, and the Jaydee band were singing and dancing around them and laughing, and I thought they looked like great fun. Then that night, an Eileen Jazz Festival Stockton fashion, they came into the City Hotel, and of course I just had to speak to these amazing guys because they just looked so much fun and their music was so great. So they were gentlemen. They came in. Mark Patterson was saying that these boys landed in Derry. They're entertaining the crowds all the time. Please give it a big hand for the Jaydee Brassband. And they came through. It was like a parting of the seas through the crowd. And there they were, the brass band coming through this mad, crazy crowd already at the City Hotel. And then I got to meet them later on at the bar. And thank God, after about 10 years, they became my friends. And now Patrick, Rob, and Elko are like my Dutch brothers. So it's just great. They're like extended family. And I think to the success of the Jaydee band is their music love, their interest in music, their respect for Derry and the Derry people, and the respect of their friendships within the band, and it shines through every year and just gets better and better. And it's just not nice not seeing them properly this year, but at least we get a snippet of all their fun and madness. And we really miss you, and here's to a bigger and better jazz festival next year for 2021. Miss you guys.
So good to hear that everybody's doing well, and we miss you too, guys. Now, when we are in Derry, we have dinner at least 2 nights of our time there in the Brickwork restaurant. This is not advertising; it's just we are so welcome there. It's a friendly staff, great food. But the secret behind our connection with Damien McLaughlin, who owns the place, is that on the other corner he has the Brickwork Lounge, and we play there like a 15 minutes power play set, and after that he gives us stuff to drink that we don't even know what it is, and so he's going to explain.
What do we need to make a cocktail? We need cocktail shaker, okay?
I suppose so.
What else do we need? We need some sexy ingredients, all right? So we're going to use some VSOP cognac, okay? Use guys like some brandy. We all know what brandy does. I'm not going to say it. We're going to use some Cointreau. This is an orange liqueur, all right? And then we're just going to use some lemon juice. Doesn't require a mixer because you guys are old-fashioned. Old-fashioned people don't have mixers, all right? So what do we do first? We get our cocktail shaker and we add in, I'm going to use measures for this. I don't usually use measures, but I will. So we need 25 ml of lemon juice. And okay, we need 25 ml of orange. Oh, and then we need the main ingredients. Add this in last because just in case you make a mistake, then you know what I mean. It's easier to take out. So let's get this in. Let's get a good big block of this. All right, good big measure. It's 50 ml. And okay, and all we need now is some ice. Why do we need ice, Elko? Why do we need ice?
I guess it helps
Ice.
mixing it.
Ice is nice. That's right. So and okay, and let's shake this up. The more you shake this, the more frothy it gets. And Elko, I love a bit of froth.
I'm sure you do. Don't we all?
Okay, so there we go. And nice sexy glass. That's it. Nice big ice cube in there. And just pour. Yes. So this is my, I'm just going to re-garnish some orange on the side. We clean this off. And it goes. So this is my sexy tubes for you guys. So folks, cheers. I'm going to have to try this for you. Oh, that is full of passion. It's steamy. It's sexy. Just like you guys.
I'm thirsty now. Let's listen to some music again. The North Sea Festival, the biggest indoor jazz festival in Europe or maybe even the world, unfortunately also has been cancelled. So another empty spot in the calendar of the Jaydee Brassband. But we have been there before, and we are going to watch to a compilation of a recording that was made right there. That was live in the North Sea Jazz Festival in Rotterdam. You know, it's all about staying safe and keeping healthy, and we're following all the health advices we're getting.
Ilko, but perhaps it's an idea. We already recorded the other guys, right? Let's bring them in. I'm wondering how the other guys are doing.
Let's do that. Let's give them a call.
Well, once Mark Patterson introduced us to Bennigan's Bar. I think it was the second year we went over to you. And yeah, we did some serious drinking that night. We almost missed our plane. So that was legendary.
What happens in Derry stays in Derry.
The problem is a little bit that every time we return from Derry, I can only remember entering Derry and then reappearing at Belfast Airport.
Whatever happens in Derry stays in Derry.
We've got a lot of memories, a lot of good memories, but I do recall one particular memory, and I think it was outside of Peter O'Donnell's pub, and we were standing there, and all of a sudden comes this woman with two So that was a bit weird.
What happens in Derry stays in Derry.
Good to hear everybody is doing fine. We just couldn't get a hold of Patrick, our sousaphone player. He didn't answer the phone, but we know where he is. We received a little clip in our email. Let's watch that. That is what I call a devoted sousaphone player. And look who's here. Patrick, nice shirt.
Yeah, Jaydee. Jaydee.
So what, Patrick, is your most favorite memory of the Derry Festival, all those 10 years we've been there?
Well, every year we have some live recordings at the Mark Patterson show.
Oh, that's
nice because it's a lot of broadcasting for us, and that's fun. Yeah.
Maybe let's see if we can get a hold of Mark Patterson.
Hi everyone, Mark here from BBC Radio Foyle in Derry, and you join me live here in my back garden, which is the only company I have until this darn thing is over. Just such a shame that Ilko and the boys aren't with us this weekend. I've nothing but the finest memories of them on air with us on local radio, walking up and down the streets, surprising people, bringing joy and happiness as they parade about the place. It's a special thing you guys do. Bennigan's that night for me, and the Bennigan's gig is one of the best jazz festival gigs any of us will ever see. It was just unbridled fun and brilliance, and those days will return. So to the Jazz Festival next year, when we hope you can all make your way to us. But it is what it is, folks. So strength and love to you from Derry, and I'll hand you back to the boys.
So this was 30 minutes with Jaydee Brassband, with Patrick and Dan. It was fun being part of the Derry Virtual Jazz Festival. I'm not sure how it's going to be called. And we really hope to see you next year again. Patrick, what song is your favorite song of all times of Jaydee Brassband?
Well, definitely Blow Me Away.
Why is that?
Good vibe, good beat, and it ends explosive. So
it ends explosive?
It ends explosive.
Good.
Yeah. In a blast.
In a blast.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching, and see you in Derry next year.
think we can show, right?
Okay.
We can ring them or yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
Oké, we pakken hem.
Doe nog een keer. Is het duidelijk? Ja, of van. Precies. Ja, of we laten het hier staan dat het echt onopvallend blijft. Ja. Of we laten het echt hier staan dat het echt onopvallend blijft.
Ja, dat is beter. Sorry, waar waren we?
Bruggetje.
Oh ja. In the meanwhile, please swallow this and we will watch Jaydee Brassband live from Erfurt, Germany.
Elke, can you bend over, perhaps?
So you want me to look at this ugly motherfucker?
Ja.
Blooper. Okay.